everything just played out so fast. Like, everything just happened so fast. But I'm very thankful. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I did say I was gonna do a story time, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into that. As you guys know, I did post a video to my channel like a week ago, and basically you guys know that I am having a girl. So excited. My brow strokes keep showing and I'm not having it. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. Let's see if that'll work. So a lot of y'all was wanting to know, like, you want birth control. It was just so many people like saying different stuff. I'm gonna just give y'all a story time because I thought it was funny. Like, I really, now that I think about it, I just thought it was funny. So where to begin? Okay, so this was like sometime back in, I would say October. No, it wasn't October. November. It was November. It was either October or November. I'm gonna have to look at the fact because I can't really think of it off the top of my head. It's one of the two, but it was either October or November because I know it was right before Christmas. But yeah. So me and my boyfriend, like, it was like 2 days before. We had got so lit, like, y'all. Anybody that know me, like anybody that's friends with me, y'all know when I drink, I drink. We decided that night that we was gonna drink or whatever. Like, it was just us. So we get the bottles and stuff, and I just already know, like, oh yeah, I was trying to be like lit. So y'all, we pouring up whatever. We get to drink, we get to drinking, we play our little music and stuff like that, and we having a good time. I barely drunk half of that bottle. Like, it wasn't even halfway, y'all. I didn't even drink the bottle down halfway, and I just instantly like started feeling funny. Like, I felt so funny. Like, I can't explain the feeling. Like my stomach was just like it was gonna explode or something. Like, it was a tight feeling, like tension or something. Like, I can't explain it, y'all, but I never felt this type of feeling before. Like, I was like, what is going on? So I was already feeling like a little tipsy or whatever, so I was like, let me go lay down. So because I didn't know what was going on, I was like, I don't know what's going on. I went in the room, I laid down, the room started spinning a little bit. I went ahead and went to sleep. I woke up the next morning and I felt like myself. I didn't feel no type of way, so I didn't think about it anymore. So I went on with my day, and the rest of the days, it was like 3 days after, is when I started feeling like real funny. When I was pregnant with my son, I never I never got sick to the point where I'm running to the bathroom to go throw up. Like, I could always feel myself about to throw up, and I would be prepared. But no, I had to like hurry up and run to the bathroom, because if not, I would have went on the floor. It was that type of nausea. So I run to the bathroom and I'm just throwing up, and I'm like, what is going on? And so my mind just went back to that night where I was drinking, and my stomach, like the feeling, I just started thinking about that again. So I was like, something wrong with me. So y'all, I'm thinking whole time, I'm telling my boyfriend, I'm like, I think I got not food poisoning. I was like, I think I got alcohol poisoning or something. Like, I know I got alcohol poisoning. Like, I just know it's something going on. I've never been that sick before in my life. So I had ate some soup, and I remember eating 2 cans of soup because I hadn't ate all day that day, and I had to put something on my stomach. So I ate that, and then I started instantly like, once I ate the soup, I started feeling better, and I was like, maybe I was just hungry or something. I don't know. So I ate the soup, and then I just remember, like, the next day I tried to eat some more soup because I was like, I was like, I wasn't feeling food. Like, y'all, anything, I'm talking about bacon, eggs, stuff like that. Like, anything that I would smell, I just could not eat it. And I just knew something was wrong. I was like, something's wrong with me. Something is wrong with me. So once I like realized like, okay, yeah, I'm not even, it's like the smell of food was just making me sick, and I just knew I had alcohol poisoning. Like, I knew I had alcohol poisoning. I was like, yeah, because I was feeling funny the other night. Now I can't even eat my food. I'm vomiting. Like, yeah, I have alcohol poisoning. I remember going to FastMed, like a urgent care, because I just could not stand it anymore. I was like, something's wrong with me. Like, I need to figure out what's going on. And I was praying to God it was not COVID, because I was thinking the worst, y'all. Like, I was, pregnancy didn't even cross my mind, like, at all. Pregnancy did not cross my mind at all. So, yeah, I went to the urgent care, and they asked me some questions. I told them what was going on, what kind of symptoms I was having and stuff. And she just off gate was like, are you pregnant? I was like, no. I said, no. I said, no, ma'am. So she was like, well, we're gonna send you to the back. She was like, we're gonna have you take a pregnancy test anyways, just to rule out pregnancy signs and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, I was like, okay. So and prior to that, I had already, the reason why I was so sure I wasn't pregnant is because I had got a pap smear done before that. And they make, you know the process, girls. Y'all know the process. They make you, urinate and stuff. That was negative. When I went to go get my pap smear, it was like 2 weeks or 3 weeks before me going to urgent care. So fast forward, I'm at urgent care now. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I'll take the pregnancy test. Like, okay. Like, I just, because I knew it was going to be negative, because when I went to go get my pap smear, that one was negative. So I went ahead and urinated in the cup or whatever. And so she was like, we'll come back. We're going to go ahead and run this, and we'll come back in the room and let you know the results or whatever. So I was like, okay, cool. So it was like 10 minutes later. It took a little while. They came back in. She started like asking me questions about how I was feeling and stuff, and I told her. And then she was like, and I told her, I said, it's not pregnancy, because I told her about me going to get my pap smear and stuff. And she was like, well, that's funny. And I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, because ours came back positive. My heart just dropped. Like, I was like, I was looking I know I was looking stupid in the office. I know I was looking stupid. Like, you can't hide your facial expressions. Like, I just know I was looking so dumbfounded in that office. Like, because I was just so shocked. Like, I was like, what? I was like, huh? What? But yeah, she was like, that's funny, because our test here was positive. And I was like, I said, that can't be. I was like, because I just went to get my pap smear done like a few weeks ago, and it was negative there. And she was like, she said, well, honey, she was like, we don't have false positives. It's like very rare to get a false positive. She was like, in all of the 3 years that I've been a nurse, like blah, 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 all of this. She was like, I have never seen a false pregnancy test. I was like shaking, like my hands were shaking and everything. And I was like, I didn't even know what to say, y'all. I did not know what to say. I was just so shocked. And she was like, well, congratulations. I was like, thank you. Like, I just didn't even know what to say. So, all I remember is, after her telling me that, we were trying to figure out like how far along I could have been, because she was like, it must have been a false negative at the doctor's office that I went to for my pap smear, but I still don't see how it could have been like a false negative. I don't know. But we were trying to figure out how far along I was, and And the reason why is because I was on birth control, like, I had got off birth control in July because I was having complications with it or whatever. And I really don't have to go into all of that, but I was having complications with my birth control, so I had got off of it, and I was gonna try another one, but I just couldn't make up my mind which one I wanted, because I'm not getting, girl, women, please do not get Depo. Please do not get Depo, like, y'all. I mean, any birth control isn't really good for you, but Depo, out of all birth controls, is just not. Another topic for another day. But yeah, so anyways, my menstrual cycle had not been regular like it should have been, and that was the whole reason of me going to get a pap smear done, because I wanted to know what was going on, because my menstrual cycle was so late. Like, I had stopped using my birth control in July. My last period was in July, so I was trying to figure out how far along I was, because it was like kind of difficult since my last menstrual cycle was in July. So she was like, we know you can't be that far along, because I mean, that was all the way in July, your last menstrual cycle. So August, September, October, November, I would have been 4 months. And she was like, you would have like known if you were pregnant if you were that far along. So she was like, I told her about how I told her about how the birth control that I was on had threw me off. Like, my menstrual cycle, it wasn't regular like it usually would be. And so what she did was she told me to go to this place, like, where they can do like an ultrasound or whatever, so that they could see like exactly how far along I was. And y'all, I was just like, okay, like, I was like, all right. And I ended up going to the place like a week later. I went to the place, and it was actually the health department, but they didn't really do too much. Like, they didn't even do no ultrasound or anything. So I took it into my own hands, like, because she was just basically trying to estimate like how far along I was, when they really were supposed to do like an ultrasound so they can know for sure how far along I was, because like I said, my period was not regular, so they cannot base it off of my last menstrual cycle, because that was not accurate. So I ended up taking it into my own hands, and I just did some research, and I went to this place in Greensboro where they do like ultrasounds and stuff. It's a legit place, because, you know, I look at my reviews and stuff prior to me calling and making my appointment. So I ended up calling them and scheduling a ultrasound appointment. I was like, okay, so I must be like a month or something. I was like, I have to be like a month, like a month. So I was just thinking that the whole time, because there's no way, like, there's just no way. I was trying to like figure out in my head how I could have gotten pregnant. I mean, I know how, but when did this happen? Like, I was trying to figure out, when did this happen? So yeah. So then the day of my ultrasound appointment, they did my ultrasound, and, you know, they measure the baby and stuff to see like how far along you really are. And so she did the measurements and stuff, and then y'all, I wish I could have recorded it, but y'all, I'm gonna put my ultrasound picture in the top of the screen somewhere. I don't know, probably right here somewhere. But yeah, she was very active, and it just melted my heart. Like, I was just like, wow, I'm really pregnant. Like, that confirmed it right there. And I was like, so how far along do you think I am? And she was like, 11 weeks and 3 days. And I was like 11 weeks. I was like, that's 2 months. Like, what? I was like, wow. So I'm like really 2 months, like going into 3 months. Like, I'm really about to be 3 months. And she was like, yeah. She was like, yes, ma'am. She was like, every Tuesday, it'll change. And I was like, wow. Like, I was just so shocked because, y'all, I did not think I was that far along. I don't know how I could have missed, like, the symptoms or whatever. I don't know. I guess because I just wasn't thinking about it. Like, I don't know, y'all. But I was so shocked. I was really shocked. Because I was kind of like, I'm not going to say I was ashamed, but I was just still in shock. I started crying in the car. She was like, it's nothing to be ashamed of. She was just trying to make me feel comfortable, and she really did. I'm so thankful for my mother. Because, y'all, when I had told her, I went ahead and told my grandma, like, after Thanksgiving. I told my grandma. I don't know why I waited so long to tell my grandmother, but I did. I went ahead and told her. So, like, once I told my mama and my grandma, I just started feeling better about it because they were, like, so comforting and stuff. They were very comforting. And, so, yeah. I don't know. Everything just played out so fast. Like, everything just happened so fast. But I'm very thankful now. Like, I'm very, very thankful to be blessed with another child. I really am. And I really pray that everything goes well for the remainder of these weeks that I have left, these months that I have left. I'm just wishing for the best. Now, that second child come quick. You hear me? Quick. Like, that's when you're most fertile. When you have your first child, you become fertile as hell. So I advise you, if you don't want to have kids back to back, you better get on that birth control. And that's still not 100%. So your girl about to have 2 kids. But yeah, I just thought it was just crazy how I went from me thinking I had a stomach virus to actually being pregnant with a girl. So I hope you guys enjoyed my story time, because I did. I enjoyed talking. I love to talk. He set me up. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and y'all already know what to do, and comment. I'll see you guys in my next video.